Hello, metal corrosion has been regarded as an unstoppable natural force as aging and death. Believe it or not, there are over 800 corrosion-caused water main breaks in the US every day. And it is also the leading cause for oil spill and gas line explosions. I'm introducing AnCatt's Rust Legend by Green Legend, the world's only heavy metal-free or Texas-free high-performance anti-corrosion paint, and it is also the longest-lasting one. We will have defeated the #1 toxic enemy of the military and aviation industry after over a half-century of worldwide intense R&D effort. Surprisingly, this revolutionary green product is not only can be manufactured, used, and scaled, same as the current paint product, but also outstanding in all performance categories, such as much thinner, lighter, lower cost, self-sealing, VOC-free, protects all metals, and much easier to use. That could cut application time and cost by half. But most impressive, we have broken the unbreakable corrosion durability by a whopping 6 times. It was like telling the corrosion experts that human can live to over 600 years old and still remain ageless. Sure, they won't believe you. But after carefully examining our independent corrosion test reports, we have to agree it is real, it is happening. The top row 3 photos are AnCatt coating with a scribe line compared to bottom 3 photo, which is the back of same panel, protected by standard acrylic coating. As the corrosion test progress from 1,000 hours to 8,000 hours, AnCatt coating on the top remained intact, while the bottom coating became terribly corroded. And after 8,000 hours of test, AnCatt coating still can provide perfect tape adhesion. That's another miracle. Please notice the scribe line remains same width without rust expansion, which demonstrates the amazing self-sealing feature. 5,000 hours is the maximum independent corrosion test hour. No current coating can reach 5,000 hours and intact, except AnCatt. Please notice the scribe lines covers continuous scratch by a sharp knife, nothing peeled off. That's how we receive the perfect score. And the current best coating only can reach this kind of performance to around 2,000 hours. When we continue the corrosion test to record-setting 13,740 hours, the coating remained the same. Our technology has been vetted and awarded by leading organizations. We have received leading painting coating industry magazine cover offer. Past 2.5-year marine front outdoor exposure on an offshore wind turbine. Received Solar Impulse Foundation efficient product label. The toxic heavy metals such as chromium and lead are phasing out by regulations. Zinc is the only environmental compliant anti-corrosion pigment on count to 85% of current market. However, it's less effective, require frequent repaintings, and it's still a marine pollutant that kills fish and marine animals, and prohibited to be used in seaport and certain open water. And it cannot protect aluminum, which is a major aviation material. Other heavy metal-free technology are too weak in performance, even to reach the minimum high performance requirements of 1,000 hours of independent corrosion tests. AnCatt Rust Legend is the future for all metal protections. We're trying to replace zinc-rich coating, chromium coating, zinc galvanizing. Our target industries are infrastructures, transportation, machineries, and pipelines. The last Arizona spray repainting project budget $250 million. If the paint can last 6 times longer, the saving will be $4.5 billion for the next 60 years. If I count 3.2% inflation and not counting the growth rate, or we can save $75 million a year, or $1 million worth of paint can save $180 million in direct repainting cost. The indirect repainting cost could be even higher, such as painting bridge causes traffic congestion. It typically 10 times the cost of painting bridge itself. For the past 10 years, the offshore wind turbine installed in Europe the repainting cost is 100 times the cost of a brand new wind turbine installed, or it's around $300 million per wind turbine. And the offshore wind turbine has a design service life of 25 years. Current best paint only can last up to 5 years in a typical marine environment. AnCatt paint can last 6 times longer, or 30 years, can save about $1 billion for a 25-year service life period for offshore wind turbine. If I count 3.2% inflation and not counting the growth rate, or we can save $39 million a year per wind turbine. We could manage the $15 trillion global infrastructure budget gap. Sure, huge saving will lead to huge carbon reduction, but more important, the carbon reduction includes the two most intensive man-made sources of CO2 emissions altogether: steel production and cement production. Cement is used to make concrete, and 90% of concrete failure is because of corrosion of steel rebar inside. Or if we could reduce the amount of steel wasted by corrosion alone, we could save enough CO2 emission to stop global warming or reach the 0.5 gigaton CO2 emission reduction goal to stop global warming. With Rust Legend by Green Legend, the best anti-corrosion paint ever been made. Thank you so much.